In the previous lecture, Measure mode was introduced. In this lecture, let me talk about FFlex body edit mode. First of all, please remember that the functions in FFlex body edit mode are also available in Measure mode. The ribbon bar above shows the functions of FFlex body edit mode. Below is the ribbon bar of the Measure mode. You can use all functions of FFlex body edit mode except for marker in Measure mode. How to enter FFlex body edit mode is the same as that for a rigid body. Double-click a flexible body or select a flexible body in database. Select Edit in pop-up menu. Before introducing FFlex body edit mode, let me introduce one of the most frequently used UIs in FFlex body edit mode. This is the Add Remove Continuous button. This function allows to easily select numerous elements when selecting nodes or elements. With this function, if you select one element, the elements connected to the one are automatically selected together. The connection is judged by the angle between two consecutive elements. If the consecutive elements are not selected correctly, change the tolerance value or use the check reverse direction option. These are several kinds of sets such as node set, patch set, element set, and line set. Create an appropriate set according to your needs. Change ID is used to redefine IDs of the selected nodes and elements. Let me show you the select toolbar you should remember. For an MFBD simulation, many kinds of entities are used. Therefore, before selecting an entity, it is better to specify the entity type to be chosen in advance. You can click the corresponding button on this toolbar before selecting an entity such as element, node, and so forth. For those who are not familiar with the entity called component, let me explain about it on the next page. Component is an entity that is automatically created in RecurDyn. This special entity does not affect the simulation at all. It is used only in the display dialog box. Property component is a collection of the elements that uses the same property. Element component is a collection of the same type of elements. When you want to display only a specific type of elements or display only the elements that use a specific property, you can turn this option on and off in the dialog box. This is a display dialog box. Using the options in this dialog box, it is possible to decide which ones are displayed or hidden on the screen. In body edit mode, you can open the display dialog box from the ribbon. And in assembly mode, you can open that one from body dialog box. After opening the display dialog box, according to the on-off selection of the checkbox, the corresponding entity is shown or hidden. In addition, you can decide whether to display the node ID, output, mesh line, and you can select the color of the mesh line. Masking is a useful feature when handling complex meshes. After selecting elements, if you click Send Masking, only the selected elements are displayed. At this time, if you click Send Reverse Masking, the elements are displayed in reverse. The masking on-off function temporarily stops or resumes masking. Cancel masking is a function to reset masking. To use masking, elements must be selected first. So, this element selection button is often used. Masking is easy to understand if you try it yourself. First, select the elements. After that, click Set Masking to display only the selected elements. Click Set Reverse Masking to reverse the display. Export shell exports mesh data as shell data. In fact, you might not use this function that often. The exported shell can be used as a rigid body, and it can be replaced with the mesh data. The shell looks like a mesh, but it is a rigid body. Shell is not a solid, but literally a shell, so there are many limitations. For example, the mass must be input manually. I will show you how the export shell function works. Export, import the shell, it looks like a mesh, but it is not a flexible body, but a rigid body. When you open the body dialog box, both mass and moment of inertia are set to 1 or 0 as default. So, you must input appropriate values instead of those numbers. I will end this lecture here and continue it in the next one. After watching all the MFBD kit courses, don't forget to try the workshops in the below link here. Thank you.